Nasdaq update, guys, it could get very scary very quickly. I'm just going to be honest with you. I talked about this yesterday. A double top could be forming. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, right, if we break above this, I'm going in. Right now, we're going to talk about my trades and what I've been doing, but I have taken a lot off the table. Now, I'm still pretty heavy in. I'm more... I don't have 50% buying power, but I have close to that, okay? Because I am scared of a potential double top here. Now, 14,175, that is the level to watch. And what did we do? I talked about that level yesterday. Right now, we've rejected that perfectly. I hope we can stay in this range. We're getting a rebound right now. It is going to be very interesting if we do. Now, this is what is so important, guys. Please listen to me right here and do not misunderstand me. If you don't know what you're doing, please don't take this advice. But if we do confirm the breakout above 175, that is a load up zone, right? If we go above that, come back down, confirm it as the new support. Now, what does it actually look like if you're a beginner, right? You don't know what the hell you're doing. All right, so basically, I want to see it break above this red level, or roughly, right? Roughly, right? So technically, it's 14,185, right? Roughly that level. I want to see us break above, come back down to it, or, I mean, if we're just going to straight up hedge higher and not even confirm it, that's fine, okay? Eventually, the longer we're above, yes, play the breakout, load sign, that's great. But more likely, 9 out of 10 times, when you have a breakout, it is going to confirm it, the last break at the level that you're breaking out of as the new support, especially if it's a horizontal support, especially if it's a Nasdaq, right? So I think we are likely to see, if we're going to see a breakout, we're going to see a breakout, and we're going to come back down to this level right around in here, right? Especially 175. Okay, we want to see us hold 14,170, 14,175, 71. That is where we want to bounce off, and that is a potential entry point. But if you're going to load the boat on some stocks while the Nasdaq is right there, while some other stocks are getting beat down, right? Speaking of getting beat down, this is why I took profits in the pre-market this morning, guys. We're going to talk about exactly what I've been doing. But we have a potential double top here, and it could get very ugly or it could get very pretty really quickly. It's just going to depend on where we go, man. The Nasdaq is at a turning point right now. I know some other indices are doing very well. The Nasdaq, it is the one that we care about the most. And we've got JP tomorrow. We've got big tech earnings. We've got the Biden capital gain increase tax bill, right? Potentially, we've got a lot of catalysts and news things that can really affect the markets. Right now, we're getting absolutely annihilated. But as I am talking here, I am hoping that we get a breakout above. I'm optimistic, but obviously, I am prepared for the worst, and I have taken a lot of profits. You know, I've taken a lot off the table. Obviously, BNGO, I'm still heavily in. We're going to talk about exactly what I'm doing in a little bit, but I'm not necessarily, I don't think one or the other is more likely necessarily. I just want everyone to understand that if we do break out above and confirm as the new support, we are likely to see a very aggressive bull market for the next couple, at least short term. We're very likely to see a bull market. Now, looking at some indicators, there's nothing really new here. We're still in bullish territory macroscopically. On the 4-hourly, this is very bullish, right? But what we have to do, it doesn't really matter about the indicators right now because we have the most important thing here is all-time highs. We are at all-time highs. Almost. We're practically at them. We did just get rejected. Right now, as I'm speaking, we're going to see what the markets do. If we see a quick rejection, if the markets end the day, if the Nasdaq ends the day down 1% or down 0.5%, that is an extremely bearish sign. I will be honest with you guys. I am going to be, especially if we break below this Fibonacci level right here. If we do break below, I will be selling some of my stuff more, right? If this is a double tops are bearish, getting rejected at that all-time high, it seems like a nice time for people to take some profits. Obviously, people are doing that right now. Just take a look at Microvision BNGO, right? So just be wary. If we confirm the breakout, we're looking amazing. Buy signals everywhere. Just make sure we hold above this level and keep checking the Nasdaq. Keep checking these little Nasdaq update videos to make sure that we're in bullish territory. If we are, that's amazing. Buy the dip on whatever stocks you are. Hopefully, you guys have been taking some off the table recently. I know I have, and I know I've been telling you guys and stressing you guys yesterday and in the market update. And right now, I'm telling you guys, please consider. If it fits with your goals and risk assessment and everything, maybe take a little bit off the table for the risk of getting rejected here. Right now, we're getting rejected perfectly as I'm filming this video. So we'll see how this ages. Hopefully, by the time this ages, there's nothing to worry about, and we're up. And then the market's up 1%. If the markets end up 1% today, man, very bullish territory. Right now, we are literally seeing before our eyes, if we go to the 5-minute chart here, we're seeing some heavy red candles, and we're seeing a rejection perfectly. So this could be a double top, and this could be a bearish scenario. And I talked about it yesterday. This is why you guys have to watch the Nasdaq updates. If you care about only BNGO and you don't care about the Nasdaq, you need to care about the Nasdaq because it's going to determine your fate a little bit. Just look at today. If the Nasdaq was up 1% today, do you think BNGO would be down 5%? Probably not. Very unlikely, my friends. So this is why I try to make these Nasdaq videos. Be careful, guys. We could easily be seeing my bearish scenario yesterday that I detailed perfectly. I said it was a double top, potentially I said the bear case is unlikely. I said, this is what I said. I said basically quote for quote. I said the bear case is unlikely, but if it happens, the bear case is all the way down at 13K, 13.2K. It just depends on our trajectory, on what we actually do setting down there. If it's going to be a steep drop, right? I don't think it's going to be as steep as the first correction we had, or the most recent correction we had. I think it would be something more like at least holding this support right here for a little while, getting some bounces, trading it sideways here. Also, a bullish scenario, actually, well, not kind of bullish, somewhat bullish scenario. We get rejected here, double top comes to fruition, at least currently, right? We get rejected, so it's a double top technically, but the price target has not come to fruition, obviously. And if we get a bounce off this level, start trading sideways between these two resistance levels, then we get that ascending touch, right? Because we can just trade sideways for a little while here. Let me extend this. We can get that touch off the ascending level, send us way higher. Every time we hit that level since historically since last year, mid last year, right? We every time we get a touch off that ascending level, it's a big bounce. So these are some things to keep in mind, guys. I wanted to give you an emergency technical analysis update for the Nasdaq. Current positions and portfolio showcase. So yeah, guys, I'm not trying to brag when I say this, but I wish I was able to make a video earlier this morning, but I was doing a ton of class BS, in college. But I did take, as you can see, a a lot of sell orders. I sold 72 of BioNano. I sold 152 of CTXR. I sold a lot of MP when we were up 1% today in the pre-market. BNGO, when we were up in the pre-market today, I took a lot off the table. You guys can see I cashed out basically completely of my microvision position when we were up 10% in the pre-market. Obviously, in hindsight, right now, it's looking like I'm a genius and I'm a wizard and I'm a god right now. But obviously, if the Nasdaq pushes through, I will be looking to re-enter it. Right now, microvision's getting that pullback, man. Microvision's getting that pullback. BioNano, we better hold above 7 or else it's going to be very scary for BioNano. But potentially, we'll see how this video ages, man. Hopefully it's not total carnage. I would not expect the Nasdaq to just dump all at once, right? Right now, it looks like we are kind of, but I wouldn't expect it to go down 1% today. If it's going to go down today, I guess panic could set in. That we definitely could. We'll see what happens, guys. Anyways, relevant information regards to title is done now. What do we do now? Do this stuff if you want. Ton of merch is coming. Check the channel. Check the description, guys. If you are interested in supporting me or free investing resources like Reddit, Discord, my Twitter, I post updates on my Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. All right, I don't really use those two very much, but channel memberships are also available, and all the stuff is in the description below, so feel free to check that out. The pinned comment, I'll sometimes do that as well. Anyways, guys, this is not financial advice. Thank you all so much. I'll see y'all in the next one.